The bulk of M&R cementation is in South Africa, with some projects up and running in Zimbabwe, Burkina Faso and Tanzania, to name a few. Could you tell us a bit about what's keeping the company occupied on the local grounds?
So our raise boring division is very active in sub-Saharan Africa, but the mining projects, a project by definition has a beginning and an end. So our mining projects in Zambia and in Namibia came to ends and there weren't extensions. So we're ever looking for the mining projects in Africa. We do expect there to be quite onerous requirements to partner up with local elements, but we're ready for that, and we will, as the projects come, we will look at that. But our raise boring is very active in all those countries, and I expect will continue to be so.
Yeah, fantastic. Tell us, are there any projects in the rest of the continent that you're hopeful to tender or pitch on? I mean, is the mining Indaba potentially paving the way to making this possible?
Yeah, so we haven't had a lot of direct approaches at the stand. Interestingly, we had one inquiry from Saudi Arabia, but Saudi Arabia is not our targeted sub-Saharan footprint. There's a lot of talk in the corridors about the new Zambian president going to revive, so we expect some exciting development packages to come out in Zambia, so we'll certainly target those. And yeah, we'll continue to go wherever we can with the raise bore machines.
Fantastic. Then M&R Cementation's flagship contract is the Venetia Underground project, where the company's work on the sinking and equipping of 2 vertical shafts is now well advanced and nearing completion. So I was wondering if you could just talk to us a bit about what it is that the company is actually doing at the project and whether there's an end date in sight yet.
Yeah, so we've been on the project 8 years. It's the sinking of 2 blind vertical shafts. The production shaft will be commissioned now the end of May, early June, when we get the MD1 licenses for the winder. And then we will continue to operate that shaft with the winding engine drivers, banksmans and onsetters, and the rest of that crew will move into underground construction. On the service shaft, which we call the bottom of mine, they will now ramp up their development as well as soon as the production shaft comes in and certain ventilation shafts come in, that will enable them to ramp up their development. And then the decline or top of mine section, they also envisage to ramp up. The orders are issued in 18-month bites, and if we can perform safely, we expect to be there for a very long time. And another facet that has come in, we're now involved with quite big construction programs, building vent doors, water doors, conveyors, and that's going to keep us busy, we imagine, for a number of years still.
Fantastic. The company, which has been involved for several years with the aspects of the giant flat roof PGM project near Mokopane, is starting a new major contract at the mine, which will see it carrying out development for the initial phase 1 mine. Could you give us some more information on this new contract and what all the developments of this phase will entail?
Yeah. So the flat reef project's got 3 components for us. First is raise boring. There will be big surface ventilation shaft, and then there will also be on the number 2 shaft, there will be a raise bore center core for the sinking of the number 2 shaft. And then on the number 1 shaft, we are going to start the ore reserve development on 3 levels, 750, 850 and 950. And then once the raise boring is completed on shaft number 2, we will start a center core slipe operation to sink the number 2 shaft. What's really exciting for us about the project is they're going battery electric vehicles from the start. So we're very keen to be right there at the early adoption of this technology.
Why is this considered a major and a new contract for the mine?
So it's a very unique ore body. It's very thick, very extensive, and it's going to be really exciting, and it's going to supply the PGM market for a long time.